Hi, my name is Eric Green. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and this video I'm just going to tell you how much I'm so in love with the X-Men as a whole. I first got introduced to the X-Men when me and my brother took a trip up to New York, and my uncle had a few comics laying on his table. We couldn't touch them, we couldn't read them, all we could do was look at the cover, and those covers, it just made us want to sneak and read them. Then my second introduction to them is when I volunteered at the Boys and Girls Club when I was about 14 years old, and the teacher had put a VHS tape in the VCR and it played Pride of the X-Men, and I fell in love with Pride of the X-Men, but once again we couldn't touch the tape, we couldn't rewind it, we couldn't take it home obviously. I think we watched it twice that summer and that was pretty much it. But my real introduction actually came from the animated series of X-Men when it aired on television Saturday mornings. I'm talking about, I just really became a fanatic of this show. I would record them on VHS and I would just watch every episode over and over and over again till I can hum the music, knew all the words. It was pretty much insane from there. About the time that the show was out and was creating this big buzz, the comic books were also creating a big buzz as well, because this was like the Jim Lee era where the cartoon, you know, kind of borrowed from his style at the time, and so were the comic books at that time. So here's a little bit of collection of my X-Men comic book collections. I have a pretty big size collection of X-Men comic books. I mean, I just have so many, as you can see. Let me just turn this stack around. I may do one of those fast forward things, but man, these are a lot of comics, and look what I found. Ooh, I didn't even see that laying in there. That's a good one. But anyway, and as if having all the comics wasn't good enough, I actually got all the digital comics that I also purchased of the X-Men, you know, since '63 up into the 2000s, as well as the Ultimate X-Men digital comic books as well. So I guess add about 500 more if that counts. I have X-Men posters pretty much throughout my entire apartment here. It's kind of crazy. So as you can see, I am a big X-Men comic book fan as well, but it doesn't quite stop right there. I also have collected every X-Men video game as well. Well, this sucks because I can't find all the video games that I have, but those are a few that was just laying out on my DVD, next to my DVD counter, so at least I could show those. But that kind of sucks that I can't pull out my Sega games and all that good stuff. Then we get to the movies, the X-Men movies that were made by Fox, and regardless of what you have to say, I am a psycho when it comes to the X-Men movies as well, because I've seen each movie a million times. I know every word to every film, and to be honest, I saw X-Men The Last Stand in the theater 11 times. I don't care what you have to say about X-Men 3, I actually saw that movie 11 times in the theater, and when X-Men Days of Future Past comes out, I hope to beat that record. But here's my film collection as well. Like I said, I do get kind of carried away with the X-Men films so much that I kind of buy them twice, because I tend to watch the X-Men DVDs so much that I tend to scratch them. This is my third copy, as you see, of X-Men 2, X-Men United. Let's see, Wolverine, just trying to get them all in there so you can see them. There's a X-Men 3 one time. Oh, I guess that's 4 copies of X-Men 2. I know, it's pretty crazy. X-Men here. These are both Blu-rays and DVDs. This is actually X-Men Revealed. I don't know if anyone ever caught that, but that's a cool little bonus DVD that I was able to snag. There's another copy of X-Men 3. We have the shiny X-Men First Class DVD there. X-Men The Last Stand, I actually got that when I was in the military overseas in a shiny big tin case. X-Men 1.5, if you guys remember that. X-Men The Last Stand, that makes what, 4 copies? So I have 4 copies of X-Men 3. Oh, I lied, I have 5 copies of X-Men The Last Stand. We have another X-Men Wolverine there. Of course, we can't ever leave out the X-Men anime, which also has like that movie kind of tone. I actually got that as a gift from a friend. And yeah, that's kind of psycho I am on just the X-Men films alone. Sorry, X-Men First Class, I don't have an extra copy of you, but you know, whatever. So now that you see, I'm a big fan of X-Men, but I have to step the bar up just a little bit more. Ever since I was young, I always wanted to see, or always wanted to make my own X-Men film or show or skit or something, but obviously I couldn't do that. Making an X-Men fan film is just too hard. That's why you don't really see too many out there. So as a filmmaker, I just know a lot of makeup artists. I know a lot of actors, and I said, you know what? Why don't I make my own X-Men web series? So right now online, I do have an actual X-Men web series. It takes a lot of work. Doing X-Men web series are hard, especially when you don't have any money, and I don't have a huge crew. I always said, you know, if I have to film these things by myself, I will do it. And a lot of times I do. It's just me and my camera. So if you look online, Uncanny X-Men web series, that is my series that I put together. And that's just how obsessed I am with X-Men, is that I had to sit and make 26 episodes so far of the Uncanny X-Men series.